back to my channel. It's your girl FashionKillaRo, and I'm back with another story time. Story just came into my head recently, and I was just like, yo, let me just tell the story, because now that I'm older I find it funny, but back then I didn't understand what was going on, and it just didn't make no sense to me. Now that I'm older, I understand, but at the time I didn't, and I just find it a little funny, so might as well tell you guys. Let's go back. The story happened when I was in 7th grade. Now, I transferred from a different middle school when I was going into my 7th grade year. Now, the reason my mom transferred me is because, one, that middle school was really bad, and two, I think this was a time where there was a lot of school shootings, and she just got really scared. Like, my mom got really scared, really nervous.
Put you and your sisters in this school because it's a smaller school. I like where it's located, blah blah blah.
End up transferring to this school, and this school is a middle school and an elementary school combined together. So we were all in the same school. We all rode the same bus to get to school. All was great in the world. Into my 7th grade year, I didn't know anybody, but I did see one familiar face. Now, we're gonna name this girl, let's name her, we're gonna name this girl Sarah, right? So this girl's name, her name is Sarah, and I see her and I recognize her because she happened to be in my old middle school. She was in my she was in the same middle school as me in my 6th grade year. Thing about Sarah, I knew of her, but I didn't know her. And the reason I knew of her is because at the time when I was in my 6th grade year, she happened to be going out with one of my friends' exes, and that's how I knew of Sarah, because, you know, catty girl stuff. When somebody ends up going out with your ex, you kind of stalk the new girl. So that's what my best friend at the time, was doing. So that's why I knew of Sarah. Now, the thing about Sarah is I wasn't too much a fan of Sarah, and let me tell you why. I knew of Sarah, and I feel like she had this whole new persona when she came into our new school. Like, she was mad, like, la, 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 la. Like, she was just mad extra for no reason. Like, she was doing too much, and I was just like, you didn't do that in our other school, why are you doing that here? But it's just because I knew how she, from what I observed from our old school, I just was like, she's not like that. But whatever, continues on, and then I start to really not like her because she tried me. So let me tell you how she tried me. Going into my 7th grade year, I was so obsessed with like getting color or dyeing my hair. And at the time, that was the wave. Everybody was dyeing their hair. Everybody was putting highlights, dyeing their bangs, doing all that. So I really wanted to dye my hair, but my mom was like,
I'm not letting you dye your real hair, but what we can do is we can put a couple of blonde tracks in your hair.
so I was like, all right, like, I'll do that then. Like, I want highlights, I want blonde hair. Whatever's gonna give me blonde hair, I'm gonna do it. So she ended up like putting, I want to say 5 honey blonde tracks in my hair, and my mom ended up doing it. And at the time, I thought it was so cute. I thought I looked so good. I just thought I was, you know, popping. Looking back at the pictures, yo. Yeah, my mom tried, but you could just tell, like, it was not, no. Like, you could tell that I had tracks in my hair. So, one day, the school year, this is when our 7th grade year already started. I can't remember if it was art, music, or if we had a substitute, but everybody was all over the place. Like, it was like one of those almost like free period kind of things going on. So I was just sitting down. I think I was either drawing or like trying to catch up on homework or something, right? Then all of a sudden I feel somebody touch my hair and like lift it up. So I didn't even think. I turned around and I punched whoever it was that ended up touching my hair, because you're not gonna touch my hair. Like, you're really trying to look for my tracks right now while we're in class. You got the wrong one. You're not about to do that, and you're not about to just touch me, lift up my hair, and think you're gonna get away with it. So I turned around and I punched whoever touched me, and it happens to be Sarah. So Sarah, I thought me and Sarah were gonna get into a fight after that because like I punched her, and if I got punched, I would have punched somebody back. But Sarah just ended up like holding her arm and like walking away, and I'm like, see, she even knew she was wrong. Like, why are you touching me? And then from that day on, I really just did not like it. I was just like, yo, I don't like how she's acting. I feel like she's being extra. I feel like she's being fake. And she really just tried me. So I'm good off of Sarah. The thing too with Sarah, like I just knew Sarah's little past. So I just feel like she was doing too much. Like she was just trying to do too much. And like she was trying to be all big and bad and like all like I would just feel like she was doing too much. Because the thing with Sarah, and let me put you guys on for a minute. The thing with Sarah, and I feel like this is why she transferred school, because on the last day of the 6th grade year, it was the last day, Sarah ended up getting jumped by her group of friends. Like, they all jumped her. So it was just like, I feel like you're doing too much for somebody who just got beat up at our last school, and you're trying to act like you're this big, bad, tough individual, and you're not. Like, you just got beat up. That's the whole reason why you're here. But whatever, that was neither here nor there. I kept my distance from Sarah, and I just did not want anything to do with her. The year starts on, and I start to make this friend, and we're gonna call her Selena. So Selena was this quiet girl. I thought she was white, but she happened to be Spanish. I'm gonna just tell you guys how she looked like so you guys could get a visual. So Sarah was like this she was really, like, at the time she was really tall, really skinny. She had glasses. She had like this dirty blonde hair. It was really thick, and I thought she was just so cool. Like, she was really quiet to herself. She liked to draw. I just ended up really liking Selena, and me and Selena clicked. So we became friends and whatever. So as the year goes on, so I noticed Selena doesn't like Sarah, and she's ended up telling me like, oh, I don't like her, she's this, she's that, basically telling me the same reasons why she doesn't like her. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, you don't like her, I don't like her, we're friends, it is what it is. I felt like Sarah had like, I feel like Selena had like a real, like, at the time, like, I really thought she had like a real issue because she just really did not like Sarah. Like, Selena just could not stand Sarah. So I'm just like, okay, well, it is what it is. Let's keep it pushing, right? So as our school year goes on, Selena ends up telling me a deep, dark secret, right? And it wasn't deep dark. I'm dragging it. But she tells me one of her biggest secrets. Like, as friends do when they start to become closer. So she ends up telling me that she stuffs her bra. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was taken back, because the thing is, like, you see these stuff, like, you see a bunch of, like, shows and movies of how girls stuff their bras. But, like, I have never met, until that day, like, I have never met somebody else who stuffed their bra. So I was kind of like taken back, but I was just like, okay, like, you could trust me with this. Like, I'm not gonna tell anyone. Like, it's nobody's business that you stuff your bra, but if you feel comfortable telling me this, like, thank you. Like, our friendship is growing. Like, that's just how I felt. And, like, the thing is too, like, not to toot my own horn, but I never had a issue when it came to, like, the boob area. Like, I always had decent sized boobs, so it was just like, okay, like, if you need to do that, whatever. Because I had my own insecurities at the time too, so it's just like, okay, if yours is your boobs, that's on you, but that's none of my business to tell nobody. So I'm not gonna tell nobody. I'm gonna be your friend, and I'm not gonna tell nobody. Selena tells me her big secret, and, like, you know, friendship goes on as usual. I tell her my secret, she tells me her secrets, we're friends. Anyways, fast forward, Selena and Sarah end up getting picked for, like, a project. So Selena was dumb tight. She was just like on my phone, like, yeah, she didn't talk like this is just me talking, but she was just like,
I don't want to work with her, this is not fair, blah 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 blah.
So I'm just like, Selena, it's just a group project. After the group project, you don't really need to talk to her. All you need to do is talk to her about the group project. Like, it's not even that serious. Do what you gotta do, keep it pushing, and then after that, life could go on as usual. I'm just giving her the little best friend talk, like, girl, don't worry, it's gonna be all right. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be great. It's just a group project. You know, you're gonna be fine. Anyways, going forward, they do their little group project. I do my group project with whoever I was assigned with at the time. And Selena comes back singing a different tune. She's like,
yo, I was wrong about Sarah. Like, Sarah's mad funny. She's cool, blah, blah, blah.
And I'm just like, okay. Like, that's okay for you. I don't know if you're trying to convince me to like her, because I don't like her for my own reasons, but you can like her. So, and that was the thing too. Like, back then and even now, I don't care who my friends hang out with. Like, if you hang out with somebody I don't like, I'm not going to be like, oh, you can't hang out with them because you're my friend. Like, especially now, we're all grown. Like, I feel like somebody else's situation is not going to be the same for everyone. So, like, if I'm beefing with somebody, you might click with that person, and I'm not going to stop you from being friends. As long as you guys are not talking about me, I'm good. Like, just keep my business with me and keep her business with her, and you can do whatever you want to do. But I was never the type of friend to be like, yeah, if you're friends with her, you can't be friends with me. Like, that's just whack to me. I was never like that, never going to be like that, and it was what it was. But she was like boasting about her, and I'm just like, okay, girl, like, I get it, you like her, like, you guys are friends, right? So whatever. Meanwhile, I'm like, okay, can we get back to like our regular schmegular friend routine? Like, you're done with this project, you don't need to talk to her, let's keep it pushing. I started to see something change, and Selena started hanging out with Sarah way more, and it started coming to the point where I was getting left out. And this really started to bother me, because it's like, Selena, I'm supposed to be your best friend. Why aren't you hanging out with me? Why aren't you talking to me? Why aren't you, like, sitting at lunch with me? Why are you not playing at gym with me? Like, everything started to become Sarah. And I just did not understand. Like, I just did not understand what was going on. And it was just starting to irritate me, because I'm like, girl, you're supposed to be my quote-unquote best friend, and you're just completely forgetting about me. Like, you're completely forgetting about me. So this started to go on for, I want to say, a month or two before I decided, like, yo, I gotta say something. Like, I really have to say something. So it was one time at lunch, and the thing too, let me bring this up too, I wasn't confrontational at all. Like, you came to Selena about something, or Selena was ever in drama, she always started crying. And, like, she was a nice girl. She wasn't like that. Like, I am confrontational. I could be confrontational in a good way and in a bad way. But it was just like, if something is bothering me, I am going to say something about it. Regardless of who you are, how the situation looks, I'm just gonna say something about it, because that's just who I am. Selena, one day at lunch, I was really trying to talk to her. Like, I was like really upset about like how our friendship was changing, and I personally just did not like it. And I was just like, yeah, I'm trying to talk to you, Selena. I want us to talk, because it's like, you know, text me no more, we don't hang out anymore, and everything's becoming Sarah. And she was just not trying to talk to me about it. Like, I guess she knew what she was doing, and the fact that I was coming up to her about it, she was just not having it. So, like, I'm trying to talk to her at lunch about it, and she's just not listening. But me, I'm not about to give up, because I care about you. Like, we were friends. Like, we were close friends. Like, you even came over to my house. Like, it's just like we were friends. And I just did not like how our friendship was changing. It was bothering me. Lunch starts to get up. I'm still trying to talk to Selena, and she's just not hearing it. She's not hearing it. So we start to walk out to the hall, right? So, because the thing is, all right, let me bring it back so you guys can understand. So during our lunch period, when it's almost time to go, like, all the kids kind of rally up by the door, and then, like, when the doors open, you get to go to your class, blah 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 blah. So Selena is trying to get away from me because I'm trying to talk to her, but she's not trying to listen. She's not trying to have this conversation. She didn't want to talk about it because she knew she was in the wrong. She knew she was wrong for what she was doing. So Selena, as soon as the doors open, she sprints out. She dips. So I'm right behind her. So like she's in front, like trying to like get away from me, and I'm trying to walk toward her, and I'm like getting kind of frustrated and irritated because I'm like, I'm trying to talk to you, but you're not listening. So what happens is she's walking forward, right? And I remember this day she had on like a flannel shirt or whatever, and like a button down flannel shirt, and she's walking, and we're walking past like the bathrooms and whatever. Mind you, everybody else is in the back because, mind you, she sprinted and I sprinted after her. So I'm like, Selena, and I kind of like touch her shoulder to turn around, and I'm like, talk to me, right? So I guess like in a way, like she turned roughly and like I turned her or whatever. Let me tell you, her tissue from her bra fell out of her shirt onto the floor. And I look down, she looks down, she looks at me and starts crying and then runs, right? She runs to the classroom. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, the thing is too, nobody noticed because we were so far in front and everybody else was in the back. But everybody did notice when she started crying and she ran away. And everybody's asking me like, what's wrong? And I can't tell everybody that her fucking bra tissue has just fallen out of her shirt and whatever. But I was trying to talk to her and she just said no, like she didn't want to talk to me, and she started crying even though the tissue was on the floor. But you know, schools are dirty, so there's paper on the floor, tissue on the floor, so nobody noticed her ball of tissue that came from her shirt that was on the floor. So like at that point I gave up. I was just like, yo, I'm not about to sit down and talk to you, and every time I'm trying to talk to you, you're gonna create a scene and you're gonna start crying, and it's gonna be a problem. So I'm done. Like, if you don't want to be my friend anymore, I was trying to like see what was going on, but if that's what you want to do, fine by me. That whole day continues, right? And Selena and Sarah are little buddy. Like, Sarah ran to Selena's rescue to go speak to her because she was crying and whatever the case was. And I was just not having it. I was just like, I'm done with this. I'm not about to sit down and listen to this girl play victim. I didn't do anything. I was just trying to talk to her and she wasn't having it. So it is what it is. So Selena and Sarah were talking. Selena calmed down. We can go on to our next class. I'm sitting down and Sarah happens to be the one passing out like papers, and then she gives me my paper with an attitude. Sarah had the only attitude toward me, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, what did Selena done told this girl? Like, she got a whole attitude at me. Like, why do you even have a whole attitude at me? Like, I didn't do anything wrong, and this has nothing to do with you, so what's your problem? After she done gave me the paper with a whole attitude, I'm gonna say a couple minutes passed, because I remember we were able to get up out of our seats and walk around. I forget what project or what group assignment or whatever we were doing in that day in class, but we were able to move. So I went up to Sarah, and I forget where Selena went. Like, I don't know if she left early for that day, because she did that a lot too. Like, whenever like it was a bad day for her, she would text her parents or call her parents and they would come and pick her up. But I can't remember if she was just out of the classroom for that period or like she went home for the day. Because me and Sarah ended up having like a one-on-one conversation. And I was like, I went up to Sarah like, yo, what's your problem? Like, what's the issue? Like, why are you having an attitude with me? So, guess what this girl Sarah told me? Sarah told me that Selena told her that I went inside, because when we were arguing or having our little whatever it was, I got mad and I went inside of her bra and took out her bra stuffing. What? I went inside of whose bra and took out whose stuff? Girl, you got me all the way messed up. And I told Sarah straight up, and I did want and looking back, yo, I had no chill, but I did want to do it. I was like, what do I need to go in her bra for? I did that. I did that to Sarah because I'm like, Sarah, not even to sound cocky, not even to sound like disrespectful or anything, but I don't need to go into nobody's bra. She really doesn't have anything. Yo, I can't believe I said that, but I'm not gonna lie, I was mad. Because how you really gonna go and say, I went in your bra and took out your tissue and because I was mad? No, I did not. Don't lie. Do not lie. Lying's not cute. Why are you lying for? Yo, I couldn't believe she said that. I told Sarah straight up, like, no, I did not. I did not take out her tissue and her bra. I was trying to talk to her about our friendship because we're not as close as we were anymore. And I was upset. And when I turned her around, it came out. So don't even do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Sarah. I mean, ooh, Sarah. Wrong person. Don't do that, Selena. That's not cute. I did not do that to you. You know what you were doing. And, like, that's the thing, too. Like, at the time, I didn't understand, like, why Selena would say such a lie. But the thing is, she didn't want to be my friend anymore. She just did not want to be my friend anymore. She wanted to be Sarah's friend. And as I got older and, like, I would reflect back on the situation, I realized that Selena only talked so much crap about Sarah is because she wanted to be her friend, or she wanted to be Sarah, or she just admired something about Sarah, and like she was almost in a way kind of jealous. Like, I just did not understand at the time, like, yo, if you didn't like this girl, you used to talk so much crap about this girl, why do you feel like how you gonna leave me hanging like that? I just didn't understand it. But whatever. I told Sarah what I needed to tell Sarah, and Sarah was just like, oh, like, okay, like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like, honestly, that didn't sound like something you would do, and da-da-da-da, and blah, 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 and I'll talk to Selena, blah, blah, blah. But after that, I was just over it. I was just like, okay, me and Selena are not going to be friends, and it is what it is. And I guess, I don't know if Selena and Sarah spoke about it, but it didn't change anything. They were still closer than everything in the world. Like, they were BFFs and whatever. But shortly after that, Selena ended up switching schools because her family moved. So it didn't even last that long, their friendship. Like, I want to say it was a month or two after, like, me and Selena kind of cut ties, and Sarah was just, you know, doing her thing as usual. And I mean, after a while, me and Sarah became cool and whatever. But yeah, that is the story about how my best friend accused me of pulling out her bra tissue. So I hope you guys enjoyed the story. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do a whole bunch of crazy stuff here if you like it. Don't forget to leave a comment, turn on your post notifications, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.
That's true. That right. She sippin' one wet and yeah, I swear it get her wetter. My Louboutins new, so my bottoms say it's redder. You know I'm not on ride, but I'm all up on my cheddar. Just talked to your homie, she said we should be together. Gave me brand with so and say that I made her my header. If she ever call my phone, you know I got a jetter. But I like that girl too much, I wish I never met her. Hello.